Greetings, my dear Fantasistas. Welcome back, and now it's time to discuss Blast Showdown, and with the RMR results that were quite unexpected. Yeah. Uh, there's gonna be a pretty interesting event with the simple debut in Falcons, with Monte playing the game without SDY and without actually two players. We have no idea who they're gonna have. Big debut with the JDC and Searson once again. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Spirit, no doubts that we're gonna see them doing as good as usual. Um, Liquid on the other side, they can do a lot of damage because they will have no pressure right now. They had the extended boot camp, everything. Well, they didn't qualify for the major, but life goes on, right? There was no rumors about anyone being benched yet, so maybe they're gonna stick with this current lineup. They're gonna play a couple of events, and after the major, we'll see what's gonna happen. Um, NIP with the very interesting lineup where I'll be honest, Maxter is my only hope in this lineup. Like, I kind of have to give up on Riz. Like, Alex, unlucky. What can I say? And OG playing with the best scraps they could get, and potentially this could work for them finally, right? Like, they also have no pressure. No one expects anything. Complexity on the other side. They just qualify for the major, so I don't think they're gonna take the showdown pretty seriously. Anyway, let's just start with the matchups and yeah, complexity over OG. In this one, just because I just mentioned that complexity qualified and OG, they have no pressure, they don't really have anything to prove, they just can play the game and have fun. And with this kind of lineup, that might actually work. And in this one, I will have to pick OG, and yeah, only purely because they have no pressure and complexity just qualify for the major, which was very tough for them. Over Liquid, what can I say? That's very tough for them. Heroic against NIP, this should be easy breezy for Heroic. NIP with current lineup, I wouldn't even, I don't know, be happy to see this kind of a stack and face it. Like, that would be laughable, to be honest. But it is what it is. That's NIP current lineup, and yeah, I'm picking Heroic. Liquid versus Soul. This is gonna be interesting matchup. Again, Soul can do a lot of damage, but right now I'm gonna pick Liquid for the same reasons as I picked OG previously. Right? They have no major. They just shit themselves. Let's just call it honestly, the way it is, and it's time for them to prove something, that they're worth something. Like, this is this is the time where they have to show what they can do, and without really having any pressure of qualifying or qualifying, they can use all the strats that they had for the major, which therefore they're probably gonna qualify easily. But yeah, it looks like you have to put a bit more time into practice, and yeah, it didn't go that easy, right? Um, anyway, I'm picking Liquid over there. Cloud9, this one is pretty easy. Uh, Cloud9 all the way. Uh, and there's a pretty good chance that Cloud9 might be the team that's gonna go all the way to the semifinals, I'd say, and probably qualifying. But over here, against Red Atom, I'm picking Cloud9. Spirit should have easy walk against Elevate. Game Allegiant against Big. In this matchup, I'm picking big because this potentially looks like a lineup that big gonna stick around for quite some time, right? I actually like the way the role's gonna be distributed. Crimbo is purely star. Searson supportive element. JDC is pretty decent entry. Tabson can do the same. Also a support element process, like versatile player. He will do whatever he's told to do. Like I actually like this kind of a lineup, right? So for me, big might be the biggest surprise, and I won't be surprised if they gonna squeeze through against Spirit. But anyway, let's continue. So against Game Legion, I'm picking big. Monte, for me, Monte is not in a competition over here. Have no idea who's gonna play for them. Maybe they're gonna have someone like Nipple. Maybe Hattrick gonna join and play for them. I have no idea, but this doesn't look well for them. And Imperial, again, after qualifying for the major, uh, they're just gonna probably enjoy themselves and run around and have some probably pretty fun maps. So I'm gonna pick Imperial over here. Falcons with Simple against Metisport. This looks like a one way matchup. And do I believe that Metisport can get more than like 6 rounds on a single map against this lineup? Not really, but we will see. Anyway, so for me, Falcons over here is pretty easy pick. Now, Falcons against Imperial. Uh, Once again, Falcons, they have to prove themselves. Simple, just sign up. So I'd say they have to go and beat every team that gets in their way in pretty damn good fashion. They really have to put some effort in, because if they don't, there'll be a lot of questions, and the first person that's gonna, you know, get those questions in line is gonna be Simple, because Snappy is giving him a lot of praises, so he better prove that he's worth that contract that he wants, right? Uh, Falcons over Imperial. Spirit against Big. As I said, Spirit should be going through over here, but I'm not gonna be surprised if Big gonna squeeze, right? There's gonna be like 65% against 35 for the Big. Uh, Maybe 35 is a bit stretch, but 70-30 is probably equal. Uh, like pretty good, pretty good chance for Big to actually beat Spirit in this one. Uh, and then Spirit versus Falcons. In current stage, Spirit are just one step ahead of any team in this bracket, and the only team that potentially can upset them is Big, only because we can just guess what Big were cooking in the last couple of months after failing to qualify and just practicing with new lineup. So anything can happen, right? And Spirit might not be ready for Big. Uh, yeah, in general, Spirit is my team that goes to semifinal and plays against Falcons. And at this point, I'm picking Spirit to win the whole thing on this side of bracket. Now, Cloud9 versus Liquid. I don't believe that Cloud9 is gonna expose any strats that they have ready for the major, and this probably gonna be hit and run. Like, and in this type of a game, Twist and Yekinde have kinda advantage over any of Cloud9 players, because in terms of aim, Liquid are kinda a little bit ahead. And in this type of a game, I'm gonna give slight preference to Liquid. So for me, Liquid is gonna be the first team that's gonna advance into semifinal from this side. Over here, OG versus Heroic. I don't see how OG can win. but that would be quite fun, right? To see OG playing in the semi-final against Liquid, right? But in reality, heroic Liquid, that's probably the semi-final we're gonna see. And yeah, teams that I believe they're gonna advance is Spirit and Liquid. Spirit because they just too far ahead of any other team, and Liquid because there'll be no pressure for them. They didn't qualify for the major already, and well, that's kind of the only focus left. Now, let me pick my team. Ooh, pardon me. All right, so who do I believe gonna carry? Dunk, obviously. Uh, Elevate, no chance. Probably Chopper is the best option to go for. Um, who else can we see over here just doing absolutely wonders? Um, probably Shiro, right? Do I want to pick Shiro? Let's try and see what's gonna happen. Uh, do I want to pick Falcons? Simple is one of the most picked players, and it's like a cat in the box. I'm gonna avoid Simple for right now, but 215k might be the sleeper price. And yeah, with the current performance, Maiden for 203k is great. Snappy, I'm not sure he's gonna get that many frags. It's just Simple gonna bait him, Simple gonna bait Maiden, and the only person that's probably not gonna get baited is Sanpais, but still, a lot of a lot of potential over there. Pardon. And yeah, on the liquid side, Twist and Yakinda, I think I just have to pick them both, and I'll be left with 167k, which in theory is not going to leave me any room for any other player. But if I replace Shiro with, let's say, Zontix, I'll have 180k left. And 180k left means that potentially I can fit in one of the cheap players, right? Which can be Chaos, who's going to be playing against Big, and I don't think that Game Legion has any chance against Big. Roman, so is playing against Liquid. I have no idea how they can win that one. OG with Fiku and Kita, which potentially can upset Complexity because they have no pressure on them. And who's going to be shining in this game? If we look at the ratings, Figu has pretty good chance of posting some interesting numbers. Uh, Metisport playing against Falcons, no chance. Elevate, nope. NIP, nope. Rare Atom, hell no. So my only viable option is Fiku. Am I really happy with this type of a pick? I don't really have any other option. Even if he just ends up being like plus 3 points against the complexity, like at the end of the tournament, it's going to be -3, which for this type of money is okay, especially if both teams actually qualify and just win every single map. I wouldn't mind this. All right, so let me just log this. And yeah, Spirit, uh, in terms of roles, um, support role on Chopper is the only one that I accept right now. Twists, Hatchet Machine, as usual. Yekinde, there's no other option as entry frag. Zontix, uh, IGL, leader, camper, attacker, uh, support, defender. Uh, mm, probably defender is the best option. He's not the first one in. He's not the last one in. He's right in the middle. He's playing those positions where he's kinda together with someone. You know what? Defender looks like a good idea. And Fico, uh, multifrag Fico or noob. You know what? No matter the role, I'm just aiming for him not to screw up, and anything will do, right? Oh, the only one that's not really viable. Um, oof, Fico with headshots. Okay, twist, multifrag twist. How about multifrag twist and headshot machine Fico? With 60%, that might be pretty good. You know what? Let's do that. Now, in terms of boosters, um, it's gonna be best of three, so full assist on the map, easy. Twist against Saw, uh, trades, or maybe gets traded. No, most likely he's gonna get some trade kills. Um, Yekenda, uh, should do well with this. Zontex, probably nade kill is easy. And Fiku, let's just gamble on feeling 22, and that's it. I'm done with this one, and yeah, let me just quickly have a overview of most big players. Chopper, simple, snappy, Zontex. Okay, this looks like pretty common combo. JT as well. He was pretty good in recent times. Uh, Cloud9 duo. That's a surprise for me. I was not expecting to see them in the most pick players, but it is what it is. So yeah, as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.